Welcome to the Vegas Insider channel here on YouTube as we take a look at UFC 269 at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada on Saturday night. Kevin Rogers and Adam Lykkesteen with you, and a lot of big fights, and it's highlighted by Dustin Poirier. He is favored in the lightweight championship against Charles Oliveira. And Adam, let's get it started with that fight. Poirier, he's favored. Oliveira's the champ. What are your thoughts on this fight?
I think it's a really, really great fight between the two best on the 155-pound roster at the minute. Personally, I'm on the champion side, Oliveira. I think that 9-fight win streak is not to be disrespected. And let's not forget on that, in those 9 fights, he has actually been the underdog twice against Tony Ferguson. And I think it was pretty even against Michael Chandler too. I'm forgetting the other time he was the underdog. Oh, Kevin Lee. Yeah, I just think, in a dog or pass situation, if you can get plus money on one side, I think Oliveira is definitely the value side. And there's a huge statistical significance behind a guy who has won 9 in a row. That consistency is really, really key. And let's not forget the last time Poirier, he fought for a title, he came up short against Khabib on the ground. So I think if Oliveira can engage in the takedowns, perhaps in the earlier rounds, I actually favor him to win this one.
Now let's take a look at him at the women's bantamweight championship. Amanda Nunes, huge favorite, no shocker here. She's taking on the Venezuelan vixen. That's right, Juliana Pena. Your thoughts here? Does Nunes just keep rolling?
Yeah, I think this is just Juliana Pena. I mean, she's a great fighter, but she's just, at this point, she's just the next lamb being brought to the slaughter here. And I actually think if you dig into the trends, I also covered this in my article at VegasInsider.com. There's actually a trend throughout Nunes's career as a champion, where she's either been getting first-round finishes, and if a fight has been going past the first round, it actually has gone full distance. So I think if you're on the Nunes side, which the majority of bettors probably will be, but you think that money line is just a bit too steep to get involved with, I think you can mix up the Nunes in round 1 for some good plus money, and also the Nunes by decision. So play around with the props in that regard a little bit. I think that's the way I'm going to approach this fight for sure.
Now, taking a look at some of the other bouts on the main card, Adam. Flyweight, Cody Garbrandt. He's favored nearly $2 against Kai Kara France. You think Garbrandt takes him down here?
Yeah, this is one of the other fights where I think I'm on the underdog, simply for the reason that Cody Garbrandt, he is just, I think he's a fighter in decline. We're witnessing his decline here. He's won 4 of his, he's lost 4 of his last 5. And just a really negative striking differential for him, even though he is a striker. So striking should, hitting his opponents more than he's absorbing should be his bread and butter, given that he is mainly a striker. But that's not what we're seeing in the metrics. On the other side, we have Kai Kara France, who has been at this weight class for much longer. He's more accustomed to it. And I think there's an X factor in this fight, and that is when we see fighters who have been struggling in their weight classes, and then they make that jump in weight. I think that reflects something bigger in their careers, a panic mode. They're looking for a win, so they're trying to fight smaller guys. But Kai Kara France actually has the reach advantage here, and he's fighting out of city kickboxing alongside tons of great strikers, Israel Adesanya, Brad Riddell, Volkanovski. So I think Eugene Behrman, the head coach, will be able to devise a great game plan and shut Garbrandt down completely.
And the final fight we'll look at, Adam, on the main card, the bantamweight bout between Sean O'Malley, big favorite, against Raulian Paiva, and O'Malley almost up to 350. You ready to take on O'Malley, or are you going for the underdog again?
Yeah, for this one, I'm definitely on the O'Malley hype train. I mean, I think we're dealing with a specialist, the likes of which we rarely get to see in the UFC. O'Malley is number 1 in the record books at the minute for highest striking differential, and this is so significant in a fight against a guy who is also mainly a striker, Raulian Paiva. So I'm actually really, I think the money line is valuable for O'Malley, and I have no problem laying the juice on him in this fight against Raulian Paiva. Paiva has won 3 straight, but the last fight was a little bit iffy. It was a majority decision, so I'm not going to put too much stock into that. But I do expect O'Malley to steamroll Paiva this weekend, and taking him inside the distance is not something I would frown upon either. So yeah, I'm on O'Malley definitely.
And finally, Adam, some of the prelims, any 1 or 2 bouts that stick out to you there?
Yeah, actually, I have my eye on one fight on the prelims, and that is Alex Perez taking on Matt Schnell. I think this is a case where we have 2 fighters relatively similar in age, but Perez, for me, is just better in every single regard of the game, every single aspect. On the ground, I think he will dominate. Standing, I think he's going to pick him apart with those patented leg kicks. He's actually one of the rare fighters who's able to get stoppages in the UFC with leg kicks. I think that's super impressive. He's only lost to the best of the best, Joseph Benavidez and the former champion, Davison Figueiredo. And I feel like this is a spot for him to just excel and get back in the win column. Yeah, I'm on Alex Perez.
You can check out all of Adam Lykkesteen's analysis on UFC 269 coming up this Saturday in Las Vegas. You can find it at Vegas Insider. Adam does a great job covering the MMA circuit for us. Adam, thanks a lot as always, and best of luck.
Best of luck, guys.
All right, there is Adam Lykkesteen joining us. And now before we get out of here, I want to tell you about DraftKings, the king of competitions. DraftKings.com. You can check it out. DraftKings Championship Series is the ultimate competition of contest winners from daily fantasy sports, sportsbook, and casino. The one and only place you can compete in the king of competitions. The best of the best in each domain will compete for series supremacy in their own domain's Tournament of Champions. They'll have one goal in mind: win the ultimate crown and earn the title of the greatest of all time, the GOAT. Check out DraftKings.com for more details. I am Kevin Rogers. My thanks to Adam Lykkesteen for joining us. And as always, best of luck with your bets.